Let's see. What is today? 10th?
Mm-hmm.
103?
103.
Fast and Furious just keeps going to my mind. No, I'm not gonna say that. It was. Now it's just in there. It was. It went by really fast. It was an adventure to be sure. And it was fun and furious.
Invigorating. Exhausting. New or change?
Not in a van. I don't even know that I really knew that was a thing before you had expressed interest in it a couple years ago. I mean, I guess I kind of did, but not in this sense, I guess.
Absolutely. Ever since I was like 18 years old, I was obsessed with van life stuff online. And yeah, this has been a dream of mine that it just so happened all the stars aligned and the weirdest of circumstances led me to be able to do it.
I'd probably say I really like Portland, Maine. Upstate New York was really pretty. Spent a good amount of time in Ithaca. And kind of all of Utah. I really enjoyed Utah.
Definitely Bryce Canyon. It felt like another world in a way. Bryce Canyon is just a really, really beautiful area. I have to do 2 more. I really liked upstate New York. Another place I really liked was Bozeman, Montana. It was a really cute little town. And we were lucky enough to see some snow while we were there, which was honestly like such a joyous experience for me. I did not get a lot of snow growing up, and so I was like brushing. Do you remember that? I was brushing the entire van. I was brushing the top of the van, the sides of the van, everything, because I was so excited to use a snow brush. And Alex informed me, 1, I was using it the wrong way, and 2, I don't need to brush the whole vehicle. But it was really fun.
Keeping busy, I guess. Always having something to do and somewhere to go and some new experience to look forward to.
I'll miss waking up in a new place.
Sleeping on that foam slab. Not quite long enough for me to actually stretch out and not quite thick enough to support the body. Getting a good night's sleep is something I'm looking forward to.
The smell of the toilet whenever you open it to flush it.
Being in the van together, or all of us being in the van together. We went from a small space to a smaller space, and it took a lot of adjustment. And I mean that got easier over time for sure.
I think just adjusting to the fact that this isn't something we did for a weekend or a week or a month, but like that this was our new normal.
Honestly, the thing that's gotten harder is knowing that it's gonna end. At the beginning and in the middle, you're like, oh yeah, this is eventually gonna end, but the more you get into it, the more you don't want it to end, and then having that deadline or whatever, or that date kind of linger above you as you try to enjoy where you are in the moment, and that's definitely gotten more difficult.
Fitting all of our stuff in the van, because we accumulated quite a lot of like souvenirs and Christmas presents So, and dog toys, yeah. So, fitting stuff in the van.
Sad, grateful, reflective, but mostly, sad and grateful.
I'm really sad and I'm really anxious about what's coming next because I know I want the van to be a part of my life. I just don't know realistically in what capacity that can happen. So anxious about that for sure.
The sandboarding in the Outer Banks was really cool. It's something I'd always wanted to do, and finally had the opportunity to do it.
One of my favorite memories was when we woke up early and Alex drove us into the Grand Canyon because he was so adamant that he wanted my first experience seeing the Grand Canyon to be at sunrise. So we had slept awful that night and then had stayed up really late for some reason, and it was just like, I know he did it even though he was dragging, and it was just really sweet, and it was truly incredible, and I'm really glad that that was my first chance seeing the Grand Canyon. So yeah.
Montana. I think a lot of Montana didn't go to plan according to plan. It snowed pretty heavily, or I think right before we got there in some areas. We weren't able to go to Glacier like we really wanted to, and then we got snowed in and couldn't outrun it in Helena.
First one that comes to my mind is we got a flat tire, but weirdly enough, even though things didn't go to plan, we were at a Walmart parking lot, and I had seen the tire light go on when we were on the highway. I just didn't pay much attention to it because with us moving around so much, like sometimes the lights just go on and off. So yeah, then when we parked at Walmart, a very nice gentleman in a huge truck was like, "Yo, your tire is flat." So we whipped around to the back of Walmart and filled her up. That was a really lucky time that things didn't go to plan though.
Last night, Morgan hurt herself trying to poop. Is that good?
I don't know what it is with me and toilet stuff, but when when the toilet exploded on you, I don't understand why this keeps happening because you just don't flush it with the lid open. But whatever, I digress.
I think a lot of it has to do with like how we grew. We had to go through quite a bit being in this small of a space and really work out, what's good for you, what's good for me, how are we both going to meet our needs.
This is a hard one. I feel like I learned a little bit more about my own anxieties and need to be in control. And I think just trying to identify those things and how I show up in situations because of them, and how to really better care for myself overall.
Leave me here?
If you ever have a chance to do anything like this, do it. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. I don't know everything. I only know my situation, but there's a lot of smart people who know more than me that I would be happy to connect you with.
And that's our wrap on season 1.
Wrap!